Just over my shoulder there is Deer's Leap, the final part of the circuit that the riders will encounter here at Oulton Park before crossing the finish line. Who will be victorious at round 5 of the ThundersportGB Championships? It's exactly the halfway point of the 2015 season, and double points are on offer today for the Aprilia Superteens, the Rr5 450s and the Stock Twins and Super Twins. Welcome to GP Racing Dream. Here we are then down on the grid, ready for race 1 in GP Racing Dream, the Aprilia Superteens, a class for riders aged 12 to 18. Now Jack Scott, fresh from his first win at Oulton Park, has got himself on pole position here today. Second place should be Charlie Atkins, currently second overall in the series, 9 points behind Max Cook, who will start on the second row. And then we've got Connor Thompson here also on the front row, number 9. Now, very important here today at Oulton Park, it's a one-day format, double points. 50 available for the race winner, 40 for second, 32 for third. Let's get up in that commentary box and get underway.
Apologies, Max Cook is on the third row. Occasionally we do get these things wrong as commentators. Let's get ourselves ready then, the Aprilia Superteens. As I mentioned then, 9 points in it, the championship overall. Max Cook, 8 on the grid, number 30. We've got an onboard camera with Max, and here we are on board with him, and he's got a rocket ship start, hasn't he, there as he goes past Matt Bauer. Charlie Atkins not with a great start either. Blimey, how many more bikes has he got to go past as we go into turn 1? There is number 97, Lawrence Edgerly, who's having a good weekend so far. There's Connor Thompson that's just been disposed of by Max as well. There's Max in second place. Unbelievable as they go into Cascades. Out front it's Jack Scott, who got that first race win in the bag back at Cadwell Park last time out and means business here this weekend. But for how long? Max Cook, the championship leader. That is an orange vest, by the way, that he has got on board. Is he now going to go underneath? Yes, he is. Jack Scott, Max Cook leads from 8th on the grid, the third row around Island Bend. It looks like Jack Scott's going to lose second place there. Connor Thompson goes underneath him. We're now going around Shell Oils. Nice banked right hand hairpin there for Max Cook as we now make our way into Britain's chicane. Well, he's certainly had his Weetabix this morning, the KJD Racing rider. Well, we've not seen domination like this in Aprilia Superteen so far this year. There's been not a lot to split really between Max and Charlie, and that reflects in the championship standings. There is 46 going through Harry Phillips. Freddie Crane, by the way, who's been struggling the last few rounds, number 81. One of the few riders that isn't a newcomer for this year. Newcomers have got the orange bibs on. Freddie Crane, they've sorted out those gremlins with the Aprilia 125, and hopefully we'll see some business now from Freddie overall out in this race, although he's got a bit of work to do from the back of the grid, I should just point out, so keep an eye out for number 81. He'll have a bit of work on. Max Cook has really gone so well, hasn't he? There's Freddie Crane, actually just up behind Harry Phillips, so that is a good effort. Number 81 there. There's number 56, Charlie Atkins. I'm not sure what the Metcalf Autos Aprilia rider is doing down there. We're normally used to seeing him up in the top 3 overall. Yesterday's qualifying session, by the way, we had some dry qualifying sessions. It then hammered it down with rain. And for the qualifying session for the Aprilias, a few of them decided not to go out until quite late. So Max Cook got caught out a bit there. He's certainly looking pretty good in the dry. There's Connor Thompson, number 9, looking good this weekend. The rider from Hawley on the CRT Racing Aprilia, just going past Jack Scott, number 55, from Luton on the JJ Racing Aprilia, and he takes that place right back again. Max Cook has that last lap was 2.5 seconds quicker than the rest of the field. How is that possible in the Aprilia Superteens? Max obviously a fan of this Oulton Park circuit, the rider from Swindon. It's not as if it's his local circuit. That's quite a trek from Swindon. But looking like he's going very well. Also in this race, we should just point out, they started at a separate time. The Thundersport 500 Cup, just to mention to you, keep an eye out for Adam Horton, a regular in the Thundersport 500s. He's number 49. Despite starting his race a little later than these guys, they will catch up, or he will anyway, catch up to some of these Aprilia 125s. He'll be out there, Lee Sylvan, Oliver Dean as well, and Mark Leaning, father of Will and Josh in the Thundersport 500. By the way, if you're a Thundersport 500 fan, stay tuned. Thundersport Plus coming up soon on Motors TV and of course on the Thundersport iPlayer, www.thundersportgb.com. Freddie Crane there going really tight down into Lodge Corner and almost getting his nose chopped off. Be careful, Freddie. He came from the back of the grid, of course, a rider that could still feature in the top 3 of the championship overall. He could still mathematically win it, but he would need a bit of help from those around him. There's Connor Thompson and Jack Scott. But it is, blimey, that's a unique line there from Lawrence Edgley as they go round turn 1. There's number 99, Chris Moffat, up ahead of 39, Connor Sellers. 78 is Matt Bauer. There is 26, Alex Wood. We've also got to give a mention to Rhys Irwin from Letterkenny, Republic of Ireland rider, going out there as well, having a good go at this. This is the battle, though, for second place overall. Max Cook is out front, still lapping 2 and a bit seconds quicker than anyone else. There's a Thundersport 500, number 22, that's Ross Danbury. He's about to get overtaken by Aprilia Superteen race leader, Max Cook. And that'll be a shock to the system, especially given the fact that he too has a rookie vest on. Oh, and there's a crash there further back. Is that Jack Scott? Number 55 has gone down just as they exit Brit Chicane. I do hope that he is okay. Jack Scott then has gone down. That's not a nice place to be going down. And that's nasty. And it is Jack Scott. We'll get confirmation if we can on how he's getting on in a moment. As a few other... Look at the lead that Max Cook has got. Sorry to just break away from that. We wish all the best to Jack Scott. Max Cook is already heading into turn 1. And Freddie Crane is coming into the final turn. Who has now moved into second place from the back of the grid. There's various stories to talk about here in the Aprilia Superteen race, and they are stories of epic proportions. Max Cook from 8th on the grid leads this race by well over 10 seconds, and Freddie Crane from the back of the grid has now fought his way up into second overall. Double points on offer for all of the races that you see in this show here today. This is one-day format here at Oulton Park, the halfway point of the ThundersportGB Championship in 2015. From here we go to Rockingham, Anglesey, Donington and Cadwell. Championships all still up for grabs, but this weekend, in this... Oh, hang on a second, Freddie Crane there has got something wrong with his bike, number 81. What's going on here? A few puffs of smoke pumping out of the back of that Aprilia, and will that be curtains for his race or not? Well, it's stopped for now. We'll keep an eye on it. Here's your race leader. In the background there, Jack Scott's bike just being pushed to safety. Max Cook it is that still has the advantage into his chicane then. It's now, well, he's lapping in the 202s, and Freddie Crane was lapping in the 204s. There's Connor Thompson, number 9, looking for a podium here. Connor, who's 4th overall in the Nitro Newcomer Championship, 7th in this championship overall. There is Max Cook. He can literally cruise around. Look, he's got such a relaxed riding style. Max from Swindon. This isn't exactly his first time racing. He's been racing for some time, and the checkered flag goes out. That is a fine victory from 8th on the grid there from Max Cook. There's no point looking over your shoulder, and he doesn't, because they are miles behind, 15.2 seconds behind. Freddie Crane did in the end manage to finish, and it's Connor Thompson in 3rd, Lawrence Edgley in 4th, Connor Sellers finishes 5th, and Chris Moffat in 6th. There is the top 3 overall: Max Cook, Freddie Crane and Connor Thompson. In the newcomers, Max Cook, then Connor Thompson and Lawrence Edgley. In the Thundersport 500 Cups, Adam Horton the winner from Sylvan and Dean.
Third place in the Nitro Newcomers. Lawrence, you look absolutely delighted with that. Of course, you're up there fighting with these guys. You've been on the podium before, but not on TV day.
Yeah, it's a good race. I mean, it was hard because I had a little thing with Jack Scott, I think. And yeah, it was a good race, hard. Best I've ever ridden, to be honest. So yeah, went really well.
Anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, Dave Mechanic, Casey, my dad, Mum, Thundersport, Aprilia, and Bendry Gorch Foundation.
Well done to you. We'll move on now to Connor Thompson. Connor, it's been a good weekend so far. Of course, double points. So these points mean prizes. How happy are you with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I had some good battles with Freddie and Jack. Unfortunately, something happened to Jack, I don't know. But yeah, it was a good race.
Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mum, dad, Chris and Caitlin, P&H Motorcycles, and Mark Christie at Christie Glass, and Aprilia done up on Thundersport.
Well done to you, Connor. We move on now to Freddie Crane. Freddie, a good way to get your championship back on track with some chunky points. I know you've been having some problems with your bike over the last couple of rounds, so it's been damage limitation, but here this weekend you're back on the top 2 steps and maybe try and go for the win next time.
Yeah, it was great. Like, I had a disaster in qualifying. I started at the back row of the grid, 16th, and I had to work my way through, and I battled and kept on digging deep, and I managed to get up to second, and stuck there, and you know, it's good points. Really needed it for my championship. Keeps me in contact of the title. So gotta keep hunting it down.
Race winner KJD Racing's Max Cook. Max, qualifying yesterday was absolutely soaking wet here. Didn't quite work out for you. You went on the front row, but it didn't really matter. That was unbelievable. You completely disappeared off into the distance. No one could even cope with your lap times.
Well, I had a really bad qualifying yesterday, qualified 8th, because we thought it was just going to be a light shower, so we put on the really worn wets on, so we thought that would be alright, but then it just hammered it down, and I had to go out there, qualified 8th, it would be alright. Went to bed early last night so I could try and be competitive, and that just happened.
Well, you did it. It's 50 points, and it extends your lead in the championship for now. And who would you like to thank?
I'd like to say a big thank you to my mum and dad, because they've been working really hard at work, KGD Racing, Kathy from Canada, and my Uncle Roy. I've not mentioned them on the TV, and I'd just like to say a really big thank you to them.
That's it then from the Aprilia Superteens. Coming up after the break, the HMT Racing Super Twins and Stock Twins.